such a good buck. Wow, I just killed a good buck. Oh my gosh, that was an unbelievable hunt, man. Unbelievable hunt, unbelievable hunt. You know, we were Thursday morning, Friday morning, 22nd, and so I decided, again, I'm going to get an hour in. I'm going to quit by 8 o'clock, 8:15. Legal is like 7:15, and so one little button buck came out to the plot. So 8:15, I'm breaking down the cameras. I got the big camera in the bag, and I look over to my left, and this one good buck runs two other doe right out of what we call the hibachi woods, and into the hedgerow in the thicket right by the road. He's standing right at the edge of it. I'm scrambling. I can't get the camera up in time. He goes into the thicket, bumps one of the other bucks back out. I start getting footage of him, the small one. He goes back into the hibachi woods. All of a sudden, this other 8-point pops up, literally 50 yards, 60 yards to the left, comes all the way right in front of the stand, 10 yards away, and rubbing his horns on the tree, 10 yards right there. And I thought he crossed the road, the bigger one, the one that we call Hook. And so I waited by another 15 minutes, and I was just ready to wrap up again, and all of a sudden I look to my right, and he's standing right at the edge of the thicket. He must have come behind me. I actually heard things behind me. It had to be them. He came out, and he's standing right there, right at the edge of the wood line, and of course I'm scrambling with the camera. He definitely saw something moving in the blind. He was cautious of it. He was staring it down, and then he gave it up for a second, started moving over to his left. I had to bring the camera around to the front window, got it on him, got my gun in the side window just as he spotted us, gave us a one stomp, and bam, dropped him with this 243. This Burris scope is bad to the bone. It is amazingly clear. It was so fast to get up. You can almost shoot both eyes open through the scope. It's unbelievable. I'm a scope fanatic. I pride myself in how I shoot my rifle, and man, I'll tell you what, this is ridiculous. It's awesome, awesome, awesome piece of optics, man. It is so firm and clear. Unbelievable, man. You never know. My oldest always says, when you least expect it, or my brother says, or we all say that, but you just never know what is going to go on. I was wrapped up thinking this was over. It was a good sit. I saw one deer. It was all cool. And then just, amazing. The hunt blew up, 3 bucks. I got 3 bucks getting run around, and must have missed the doe. The doe must have gone across the road or something, because he was definitely running those 2 smaller bucks around. And unreal, man. And thank the Lord for the moments and the sacrifice and that buck makes for the moments like this. It's just unbelievable sport. The guys have worked hard on this property and just made it just an amazing whitetail habitat, and you just never know. The spot that we call Grandpa's, right, one of the original spots on the property, it's not more than 30 yards off the road in this redneck, and boy, you just have an amazing view of the bottom and front field and plot in front of here. It's just unbelievable. Oh my gosh, crazy times, unreal.
Well, folks, I was heading to work. I had a meeting, actually starting right now. You know, I got my Hogan stuff on, but Pops just called, and he snuck in an hour of hunting before work today, and he it paid off because I think he just shot himself a buck. So I made a left when I was supposed to make a right. Had to shift around the schedule. I gotta go help him because he's got not a lot of time too, so we gotta film this. We gotta see what's going on here. Pops has a buck down.
Never stop counting the blessings of life and sports like this. Just connecting with the outdoors and connecting with your family and friends. And man, what an unbelievable morning. Watch, I got that camera around and I'm like, stay there. Come back, and I knew that he didn't move. He actually like took 2 steps, and I knew that he was still in the frame.
Yeah. Wow, that's nuts.
What a morning. Taking the cameras down, put them in the book bag, and was literally folding up the tripod. And he popped out, running another smaller 8-point and a little scrub buck off of a doe, and I didn't see the doe at that time. And from there, it went into a half-hour ordeal with him disappearing and thinking that he crossed the road. Scrubber coming at me, got some film of him, then the 8-point coming back out and coming right down and rubbing the tree right in front of literally right in front of the redneck. He was looking up at me also, or looking up at the redneck, and with this new camo, I was on the back of the redneck in the back there, and they know they couldn't see me. Crazy. And all of a sudden, you know, after he leaves, this guy pops up to the right of me, so he had to. He and the doe had to make their way behind me. Again, I never saw the doe. After I shot him and got out, started heading across the plot, I looked up and the doe was standing right there 30 yards from him, waiting on him.
That's a nice deer.
Yeah.
New York 8-pointer. Big old head on him. Dean and I actually saw this deer out of the same redneck that he shot him out of, making a rub as he was on a doe. And he came out today in the rain. Bob Diesel got it done. It's a heck of a buck. Self-filmed. First buck taken off the hill this year.